with so much stuff, binging is what people do, which is a way of kind of putting applying a kind of discipline to content, the content that's washing over us, that's drowning us. You binge in order to actually exert a little bit more control. So bingeable stuff suddenly is no longer in competition with MTV videos or cats with balls of yarn on YouTube.
Yeah, we're supposed to believe that people don't have attention spans anymore, and then your stuff's more popular than ever.
Yeah, it's I've stayed my entire professional life happily with public broadcasting, in which so many people have sort of advised me that this is some idiotic way to do it. And, I sort of think it's like Aesop's fable of the tortoise and the hare. The hare is sexy. He's got the sneakers. But it gets tired pretty quickly and lies down. And then we just kind of plod along. But we end up making the best children's, the best science, the best nature, the best public affairs, and I'm told the best history on the dial, which saying dial betrays my age. But, it's, I'm happy to do it. And I'll give you an example with the Vietnam film, 10 and a half hours. 18 hours, 10 and a half years to make. I could have gone to a streaming service or a premium cable and gotten the money I needed for it instantly in one pitch. But instead of having to spend 10 years of the 10 and a half years raising money, but they wouldn't have given me 10 and a half years. They would have given me a couple or, 2.5 or something. And so I'd be sitting here apologizing to you about why it wasn't good. And instead, every one of those films that will occupy, 2 weeks of your life, night and day, are director's cuts.
I would say my favorite of all of yours, and I think I've seen pretty much all of them. I think The Address is my favorite. Not because it's the shortest, but I that's one of the most beautiful things.
It's not the shortest by far. The Brooklyn Bridge, the Statue of Liberty, the Shakers are all an hour. I'm so happy that you said that. I feel so blessed and lucky that I know somebody who thinks each one of my films is my best.
Yeah.
Because people are always trying to reverse engineer it and say, what's your favorite film? And then I have to say, what's your favorite kid? And if you don't have kids, then you don't know what I'm talking about. And it just, is like you end up running off the road into the muck and you can't get out. But I feel just very, very blessed. And most of it has to do with the people that I work with, the kind of commitment to process and holding to that. Every film's got such a unique mentor connected to it, like Lewis Mumford with the Brooklyn Bridge, or, Wynton Marsalis for jazz, whoever it might be. You always feel like you've just been graced with some great teacher to help you understand it and get over the summit of understanding.
I watched The Address before I had kids, and now my oldest has what we call today, I guess, learning layers. And to watch those kids struggle with such a amazing piece of material that I don't know. I remember crying watching it before I had kids. Now I'm not sure I could watch it again.
Good watching. So just to catch everybody up, it's about kids with learning differences or layers, as you say. ADHD, executive function, dyslexia. It's all boys at a tiny school, which is a sort of a place of last resort. There's no place else to go.
Yeah.
And their families can't deal with them. Their schools have made their lives miserable, and this is the last resort. And so they're there, and they come back from Thanksgiving vacation, and they're asked to memorize and then publicly recite the Gettysburg Address. And I mean, it would be tough for you and me to do that, and we could do it. 10 really complicated sentences. And he uses the word here like 9 times, and he moves it around like rearranging the furniture in each sentence. So just when you think you've got it, then you put it in a different place. And they do it.
Yeah.
And they do it. And so it just becomes, and I found out that the school, which had been around for like 50 or 60 years doing this, had never been to Gettysburg. So I just raised a little bit more money, and I rented a bus, and I got them down to Gettysburg and found a motel that gave us cheap rooms and a restaurant that gave us, a reduced thing. And I just took them on a tour, and then I had them all recited again right near where Lincoln did it. And it was just like one of the most special things. And my crew, Chris Darling and the cinematographers and the sound people were all, embedded. The kids just forgot about us after a while. So nice.